Stop! 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 Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Learning to Drive with George. Today's lesson we were supposed to do Show Me Tell Me and Emergency Stop, but George forgot to go over the Show Me Tell Me questions, so we're going to leave that for another lesson. And today's lesson we're going to do the Emergency Stop and go over the roundabouts as you need to work on them from last lesson. Okay? Yeah, okay, so happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, I'd like us to move off. Okay, so this is an exercise that the examiners can make you do. It's basically showing that your ability to be able to stop the car quickly in an emergency situation, but safely and in control. But yeah, they'll pull you over, stop on the side, explain they're going to do the emergency stop, tell you the command, and they'll say to you, we may look over our shoulders, over the right shoulder and in the mirrors, just to make sure it's safe, because in a real emergency situation, you're not going to have time to check your mirrors. Like usually when we're slowing down, you should be checking your mirrors, right? Tell you to drive as normal, so you just start driving as normal, and if the speed of the road is 20, you just drive at 20 if it's safe to do so. If it's 30, drive at 30. Don't just start driving really slow, and expecting the emergency stop to happen. Just drive as normal and then wait for the command. Once they say stop, you need to bring the car to a quick stop. Now the way you're going to do this is going to be braking firmly but not slamming on your brakes. Okay, if we slam on the brakes, what's going to end up happening is you're just going to lock up your wheels and we're going to go into a skid. Okay, now this car and most modern cars do have something called the anti-locking braking system, which stops the wheels from locking up for too long. And to know if that's kicked in, it will start juddering. The pedal will start juddering and you feel this kind of vibration in your foot, and that basically means your ABS is kicked in. Okay, now if that happens as well, I don't want us to come off the brakes, but ideally we shouldn't have to get to the ABS kicking in. Okay, but if the ABS does kick in for some reason, don't come off the brakes, because in a real scenario you're still looking to stop and we're not going to come off the brakes because the ABS is kicked in. Okay, but also we don't want to stall the car, so eventually the clutch needs to go down. So it's going to be brake first and then eventually clutch down, so it's really close together. We usually say it's brake, pause, clutch. Keep braking, come to a stop. Make sure while you're stopping, while you're coming to a stop, you're both hands on the steering wheel and you're going in a straight line. If you start to turn as you're braking, all that weight's being shifted to the front and you're going to go into a skid if you end up turning. Okay, so hands on the steering wheel, straight line, come to a stop, brake, pause, clutch. Once you come to a quick stop, once you've come to a complete stop, we want to just put it into neutral. Take a deep breath, make sure you just have a little pause there, into neutral, select first gear, check your 2 blind spots and then drive on again, and keep your foot held on the brakes. Now some people say you can apply your handbrake, but we're just going to keep our car still secured by holding a foot brake. Okay, so come to a stop, hold your foot brake, check both blind spots and then drive on again. Okay, now the main thing is making sure you look around to make sure it's safe to go again, because if you just stopped in an emergency situation, there could be other hazards around you. Someone starts to overtake and so on. Happy with this? Okay, so I'm going to practice this a couple of times and we'll just see how it goes. Okay, alright, I'd like us to move off whenever you're ready. So remember, the command will be me to put my hand towards the windscreen and saying stop. Okay, so and also once you've done the emergency stop, the examiners will make it very clear that they won't be asking you to do it again. Stop! Okay, so that would, okay, we'll just pause there for a second, put it into first gear. Now that would have been a fail because
Slammed on the brakes.
No, you didn't slam on the brakes. It was you started braking and then you let go of the brakes to let the car roll. I didn't feel like you slammed on the brakes there.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, okay.
That's why I thought. That's why I kind of came off of it, because I thought I'd slammed on it.
No. Okay, so I feel like the braking at the start was good, but it was just you eased off, and then now if there was a pedestrian right in front of you, you just run them over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you got to imagine the child's just come out in front of you. You're gonna bring the car to a stop as quick as possible. Okay. All right. So now that we've stopped, you pop it into first gear, which you've already done. Check 2 blind spots, both your blind spots. If it's safe, then we're gonna move off again. I'm going to try again. So that would have been a fail. Yeah? Stop! I've seen you stop quicker at traffic lights than this. It's too soft. Okay, so now you're too worried about slamming on your brakes, and it's just way too gradual the braking. Okay, it's gonna be a lot quicker than that. Okay, and also I feel like the clutch went down first. Ideally, you want to brake first, because then obviously your brakes are having to work a lot harder. And by putting the brakes on first, without putting the clutch down, you're using engine braking. Okay, so first gear's done. Check both blind spots, and then we'll drive on again. We'll try doing it again on this road. Stop! Still too soft.
Really? Well, you gotta stop
Quicker. Yeah. Think about it. Imagine a child has just run out in front of you. Yeah. Gonna have to move forward a little slowly. That's it. But you actually held back right over there, which would have been a lot easier to deal with. So you held back there, would have been easier coming into the space than that small gap there. Stop! Okay, this time the ending was really good. It was just the start. You kind of started braking, then eased off again. Would you agree?
Yeah.
One more time. I'm really looking over your shoulders, okay? Stop! Well done.
Is that?
Yeah, good. And then drive on again when it's safe to do so. And there we go. You happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so now it's not the best thing to keep practicing because it's not great on your brakes. But we will practice it closer to your test. Yeah, or on the test day, so you know how it should feel. Okay? But like I said, and then once they say I won't be asking you to do that again, that's the end of that exercise. But I feel like you know what you're doing now. We're going to take the next road on your left. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I've never braked like that before. So
Correct.
it's good to do.
And then we're going to turn right at the end of the road. Turning right, third exit this roundabout.
I'm not forgetting the gears anymore.
Yeah, good.
To go back into first.
Yes.
That was a weird thing I said.
I know.
Hang on.
Like I said, it never used to happen before. How's your positioning? Okay, if you look in your left mirror, can you see that white line?
No. It's because we're over.
Correct. Okay. So you need to keep an eye on your positioning as you're coming up to these roundabouts, because I feel like we keep drifting over to your left.
There we go, just
there. One, you stalled, we just talked about second gear, okay, but it ended up happening. But you recovered, correct? So it was just a minor. But then I gave you then you would have got a serious mistake for what happened inside the roundabout. Which exit were we supposed to take?
Right exit.
Third exit, yes. Okay, we were supposed to turn right, third exit. Which exit have we taken?
Second.
Correct. And I feel like we moved over immediately as we came over. We should have stayed in the right-hand lane for a little longer. And gone round, can your exits, move back to your left at that point, and then left signal. So I feel like the moving over to the left was too sudden, and we didn't give ourselves enough time to check our mirrors and be able to move over. And if you were taking the second exit, you should have been in the left-hand lane, not in the right-hand lane. Yep, we're turning left of these lights. It's going to bring us back to that roundabout again. By the way, are you okay with me talking about your faults while you're driving, or would you prefer
that's
me
fine.
to, yeah? Or would you prefer us to stop over and talk about it while we're driving, yeah? At the next roundabout, we're going to turn right, third exit. But I feel like we started positioning over to the right a bit too early, or did you just assume that you're going to be turning right soon?
I don't know. I didn't know we were turning right.
Okay, so then we should have kept more to the left. Yeah, if the examiners don't say you turn left or right, you're going straight ahead. And to go straight ahead, we should keep to the left. Okay, don't just follow the car in front as well. But we're turning right, third exit, so now it makes sense to keep to the right.
That's probably what I was doing, to be fair.
Or just following the car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then check your mirrors again. Think about it, you've got a big gap on the left. Anyone trying to cut in, you've got to look out for those. Motorbikes, cyclists, and on the right, people who still overtake you on the right. Every time you're going to move off from a stationary position, you've got to check your mirrors.
So we're turning right, third exit?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You're going to do it on your own?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good mirror checks. Roundabout was perfect. Okay, well done. Just the signal was too late there, yeah. Sorry, it was on for too long. Next roundabout, we're going straight ahead, second exit. Perfect again. Well done. What difference from yesterday?
Damaged, more relaxed.
Yeah. So good mirrors, good mirrors to keep to the right. As you came into the roundabout, really good mirrors, good signal, and yeah, took the exit correctly. Well done. roundabout, we're going straight ahead, second exit. So you saw the road markings on the left?
Was it before?
No. So what's happening with this lane?
Splitting.
What is it? What does that tend to mean?
That the left is the left only, right?
There you go.
So, yeah.
So you don't even need to see the road markings for this, yeah?
That's just too slow.
What, the run?
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't. There's nothing wrong with your speed. There was something wrong with your positioning though. As you're coming off, you start veering over to the right slightly, and you're more or less in two lanes. So you'd remember as you can start drifting into the left, keep to the left when you're taking the exits on, okay? And I felt like we could have started checking our left mirrors a bit sooner, just making sure no one from the left lane's trying to go straight ahead. So maybe 2 minors there. Use some mirrors before changing direction, because we're essentially coming back to the left, and then you're positioning for lanes. Okay, taking the next exit, but no serious mistakes.
This one?
Yes, please. So mirror signal.
So I'm taking the exit.
So,
I haven't done this in a while.
yeah. So whenever you're taking a slip road, you go to the signal off. At the next roundabout, we're going to turn right, fourth exit. So we're going to turn right, fifth exit, so we're making a U-turn. So turn right, fifth exit. So which lane do you need to be in? Lane displayed again. You're too close to that car there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I would have slowed it down a bit sooner and just keep within your lane. That would have been a serious mistake. Okay, so when we went into that roundabout, we slowed down the car on the right, correct? Black car. That would have been a serious mistake for your observations. Now the gap was there. I feel like you just didn't build your speed quick enough to get in. Okay, so just a little bit quicker. And then just here, I feel like again you was a bit confused on which exit to take.
Did we take the right one?
Yes, you did. But when you drifted back to your left, you didn't check your mirrors. So it would have given you another serious mistake. We'd use some mirrors before change of direction. Lean forward into your mirrors to get a better view, yeah. Too close. Yeah, I was happy with the way you did your mirrors, your signal. Just sometimes you're looking over your shoulders, just lean forward into your mirrors, that'll open up your blind spot. But we just ended up getting a little bit too close to the car in front. Okay, next roundabout, we're going straight ahead, second exit again. Good. Good mirror checks to move to the right. Okay, good. The roundabout was good. Just your signal was slightly too early.
The left one?
Yeah. Did you realise?
Yeah, I'm not really sure about when to do it. Like,
Just after the middle point. So I feel like we were still at the first exit when we did a left signal. So people may assume you're taking that first exit. You have to, so make sure you really pass the first exit.